Testing the 2018 Toyota Sienna has trained me in that minivans are often very dangerous things. I don't mean they can be dangerous to drive, heavens, no. Statistically, minivans are one of the safest places to get, approximately riding in a college bus and holing up in your basement that has a week's method of getting provisions as well as a Netflix membership. No, the situation with minivans is simply because sometimes grow upon you. It's a lesson I learned tough way together with the Toyota Sienna. Among car buffs, minivans are supposed to get disliked, disparaged, and disrespected. Sure, we acknowledge their usefulness. I don't think there's a gearhead alive who denies that this best way to ship your family is in a very box. Cubic foot for cubic foot, a minivan does a better job hauling categories of 5 to 7 than virtually any SUV in the marketplace. But we aren't meant to like them. And yet that's what actually transpired to me when I had the Toyota Sienna, and under rather peculiar circumstances. It started after my first night using the Sienna. I drove the Sienna home with the night. Mine's out of your gutter, please. My first impressions of Toyota's aging minivan were good. The 296 horsepower V6 pulls smoothly, the 8-speed automatic shifts seamlessly, the handling is surprisingly responsive, and also the ride is steady, quiet and cozy. The steering is a little worse than I expected. It feels overboosted and there's little resistance since you pull it off-center. New for 2018 is standard fit lane departure assistance system, along the same lines of the Toyota Safety Sense system that also includes adaptive cruise control, collision mitigation, and automatic high beams. If it thinks you're drifting from your lane, every time they visit steering corrections, as well as the force of these corrections is far out of proportion for the steering's light heft. It makes for the interesting ride along the highway, that's for certain. Overall, the Sienna was virtually what I expected, an appliance on wheels. A weapon of mass transportation. And then this unthinkable happened. Wednesday. Lunchtime. I perused a list of cars going to the automobile office for testing, hunting for a suitable ride to the most popular sandwich shop. There was a Jaguar F-Type coupe with all the new 2.0T engine. We had a Cadillac CT6 together with the new plug-in hybrid drivetrain that I've been wanting to try out. The Honda Civic Type R, a favorite from our Four Seasons fleet, was knocking about. There was an abundance of good metal to select from. And then, from the blue, a perception crossed my thoughts, an inspiration so bone-chillingly horrifying that my fingers are shaking while using very looked at typing it. I'll you'd need to take the Sienna. The notion was deplorable, so abhorrent to each and every fiber of my carcasy being, that I was stunned. I tell you to your point that I could simply walk, zombie-like, on the waiting mama-mobile. As I cruised to lunch inside Sienna, I tried to concentrate. What was it concerning this car which in fact had so enamored me? Let's boost the comfort. Even among minivans, the Sienna will not be at the top of its game. Sure, it's lots of nifty features, many of which were on display in your top-of-the-line limited premium tester. No, seriously, that's the name from the trim level, not merely limited, besides premium, but limited and premium. The third-row seat motors into the luggage well, leaving an excellent flat-load floor. A split-screen rear-seat entertainment system lets Thing 1 watch a Blu-ray movie while Thing 2 watches whatever is connected to the HDMI port. It has second-row seats that recline corporate jet style. It even incorporates a rear sunroof that opens. There are toys to the driver at the same time. Driver Easy Speak, I'm sure most families can come to know it by my pet name. The voice of God amplifies the driver's voice over the rear speakers, making threats to show this van around and go straight home extra effective. And once parked, pressing U button shows a 360-degree spin, which then pulls in the market to a top-down view, letting you see if you've docked this ship between your lines. All cool. But worth quitting a ride within a Civic Type R or possibly a Jaguar F-Type. Okay, maybe the F-Type. No. There were other forces at your workplace. Forces beyond my control. Forces too powerful that I can comprehend. Unless you would imagine I am exaggerating for your sake in the story, I can tell you that no matter what nature with this strange minivan-loving affliction might be, it's contagious. On Friday, a Nissan GT-R reached the office. Executive editor Mac Morrison was on this list to go on at home, and I broke the Sienna's grip on my own soul just for a specified duration to borrow the hypo Nissan for lunch. I drove it to lunch. I did not now have the GT-R for lunch, although I'm sure it could have given me my daily way to obtain iron. Oh. Thank you. I'm here all week. Afterward, I traveled to Mac's office to present him the real key. Oh, thanks, but I was hoping to consider the Sienna for that weekend, he stated. What, the minivan? I asked, incredulous. This man owns a Porsche. Yes. But you're signed up for that GT-R, I said. Well, yes, but I need something, different, he stated. Mac, you're the executive editor of Automobile. Why might you willingly stop trying the GT-R for the minivan, aside from a Sienna? I asked. Kids, he stated. You don't have kids, I said. Listen, consider the expletive-deleted GT-R keys, come back to your expletive-deleted cubicle, and prevent asking numerous expletive-deleted questions. Monday morning, I was in Mac's office to check on in with him. How was the Sienna? I asked. Oh, it had been great. He bubbled. It has seats that. A confused look came over his face, which then clouded with annoyance. It was boring. Of course it had been boring. Stupid minivans. But you recently said. Don't your dad is me a Lexus write-up. He snapped. Unless you intend to spend your entire career vacuuming floor mats for Car and Driver, I suggest you finish it. And back in my desk I went, racking your brains on this ridiculous affection we had been developing with the Sienna. Among minivans, it really doesn't jump out. The Chrysler Pacifica is nicer while offering a terrific plug-in hybrid system for pollution-free school runs. The Kia Sedona feels more upscale and much less van-like. The Honda Odyssey has better steering. Sure, the Sienna will be the only one to supply all-wheel drive, but it's the oldest with this bunch. The current iteration dates back for the 2011 model year, and it's the more expensive at the two bottom as well as the top on the model range. But the Sienna does appear to have a strange type of charisma, or perhaps as its swagger, which the other vans lack. No matter how much you resist it, it's hard not to ever admire the Sienna, or otherwise to appreciate it. I breathed a loud sigh of relief if your Toyota people came to look at it away. The conversations portrayed within this review are works of fiction. Any resemblance to conversations I actually had with Mac Morrison, living or dead, is purely coincidental. That said, that thing about him trading me the GTR for your Sienna? That really happened. 2018 Toyota Sienna specifications. Price: $31,895 base, $48,580 as tested. Engine: 3.6-liter 24-valve DOC V6 296 HP at 6,600 revolutions per minute, 263 lb-ft at 4,700 revolutions per minute. Transmission: 8-speed automatic. Layout: 4-door, 78-passenger, front engine, Ford minivan. EPA mileage: 18,192,427 city hui. LXWXH: 200.6 by 78.1 by 68. 971.3 inches, wheelbase. 119.3 inches, weight. 4,4304, 615 pounds, 060 miles per hour, nah. Top speed. Nah.